You're watching QTV Youth Dialogue, and I'm your host, Jenna Bosonko. It's really good to be back. Last week we were in the studio. We went all the way to Kudang and Nyamina East, Nyamina West to just take a look at young people and some of the things that they can do to hold their leaders accountable. In that particular episode, we talked about the roles of National Assembly members as well as councillors, having 20 young people across that particular region engage them. So thank you so much to Action 8 in partnership with the European Union for giving us this opportunity to actually show what rural youth can do. The December 4th election is coming, and we all know that 50% of the registered votes are by young people. So it's important that we keep on engaging them in relation to the manifestos of different political parties, and just, you know, safeguarding your vote and knowing that it's your voice and it's that vote that you're going to use to determine who man the affairs of this country for the next 5 years. So today we'll be talking about women in STEM. If you followed QTV News, you would realize that we featured the first air traffic controller, which is Mariama S. Jallow, and she's here with me to take us through her journey. You know, quite a few times I've done women in STEM, but this one is extraordinary considering the fact that she's the only woman as we speak. So today her responsibility is going to be to inspire other young people who are out there, want to do this or just want to do any other field in STEM, but have a lot of barriers. So she will take us through how she's able to break all these barriers one by one. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Jenna.
Yeah, so let's start with your childhood. It is important because when it comes to professions as such, it starts from grassroots growing up. So can you just take us through your childhood education? Is this something that you wanted to do since you were little, or it just came gradually?
As I said, thank you, Jenna.
Yeah.
It's nice to be here with you.
Yeah.
My name is Mariama S. Jallow, a native of Farafenni. I was born in Farafenni. I did my schooling from nursery to grade 9 in Farafenni. Then later transferred to Sukota, where I was staying with my sister. I went to SOS Hamad Jemaina Technical Senior Secondary School. I graduated in 2011 and then got enrolled in the university in 2011. I did physics and mathematics at the University
Wow.
of the Gambia.
Yeah.
Okay, this air traffic thing, as I was young, when I was a child, I used to tell my mom, like, when I see a plane flying up there, you know, in Farafenni, when you see the plane, it's like a bird. They will be like, I will tell my mom, this thing, one day I will fly this. Then she will be like, how can you? Me, I have never entered an airport. Talk less of your dad. I have not been to school. We have no relative there. I told my mom, yes, but one day, I know I'll become a pilot. To tell you the truth, the first thing when I was a child, I wanted to become a pilot. But when I graduated from senior school, one day I was on my way going to school. So I met with one Kabiro. I was standing there looking for a car to go to university at Brikama. So I met with Kabiro. Then he took me on a lift up to Airport Junction. So we were chatting. Then he said to me, what are you doing at the university? I told him I'm doing physics at the university. Then he asked me again, what do you want to become? I told him I want to become a pilot.
Yeah.
But when I graduated from senior school, going to university was not in my plans. I wanted to go to a flying school. But you know this country, how the structure is. We have no aviation schools in the Gambia. So Minister of Higher Education, I applied for scholarship there because my family were not that very strong to support me, to pay for my university tuition fee. So when I went to higher education, when they saw my results, they said to me, why not you go to the university and do this thing? Let's say computer science. I said no, because I am the type. If I go in for something that I cannot do, that is not for me, I know I cannot do, I will not excel in it. So I told them, no, computer science, I cannot. I was a science student, but computer science was not my field.
Okay.
So they said, what of medicine? I said no, because most of my friends, like in SOS, they went in medicine and others are nurses, but in the aviation sector, I am the only one. So I told them, okay. Then they said to me, why not then go to the university, do physics, which has connection with this aviation thing. Maybe before you are done for the 4 years, you might be lucky to have someone that will sponsor you, and then you go and do your piloting field. So I explained that to Kabiro. Then he said to me, okay, interesting. Okay, then he said to me, let me have your number. He took my number and I took his. We exchanged numbers. Then I proceeded and go to lectures at the university. So the next day I called him. He said I should go to the airport. So when I went there, We sat, and then he asked about my family background and other things. I told him, but okay, but there is this norm in this country, which me, Mariama, particularly, I don't support. Like, you had people saying, "Deka bi legi ko hamla." Yeah, I understand, but okay, and others will say, okay, this boss is today, like, if they see a beautiful lady, they want to have an affair with you before they enroll you. But my case was different. Today, I will tell this TV that Mr. Kabiru is a very gentleman. Because since that day, when he saw me, then he said I should apply for this thing, attachment, at the flight safety standard. So I applied for that attachment. I was there for 1 year, attachment. So I was just paid $750
at the time.
every month. So when I go to school with my friends, they'll be like, you are wasting your time. Some people will tell me I cannot be on attachment for 1 year. They go for 1 month, even with $750. That is just a fair. But the thing was, I was just focused because maybe what they were doing has connection with what they want to become in future. But my own case was different. I was just doing physics. It was like a stepping stone for me. Going to the university was like a stepping stone that this is just to show me the guide on the path that I am to follow. Understand? So when I applied for that attachment, I was lucky, and then I was on attachment for 1 year.
With the pay of $750.
But I was patient with that. So they have this thing that they wanted to recruit more cadets, both at the tower and then the flight safety.
You said what's that you just said?
Recruit cadets.
What's that?
Cadets, like, they are people that they are going to train. Like I told, like the aviation field, like at the control tower, when you go there, okay, you are educated. Even if you have a PhD, you need to go through those trainings. So once you start there, even with your degree or your master's or PhD, you have to become a cadet. You become a cadet first. In that cadet process, that's when you have your in-house, let's say the local training. That is what is going to prepare you to go to to go to Ghana, because we don't have, like for us, we were taken to Ghana, so we don't have an aviation school in Gambia, so they have to take you to Ghana. I had before, they used to go to US, but on our case, we went to Ghana. So the then Director General Abdoulaye Jammeh and Kabiru, they called me into their office, and they told me, they asked me first, Mariama, we want you to go to the tower and become an air traffic controller. At first, it was like, air traffic controller, air traffic controller. Then I said to them, I'll give you a feedback. So the next day, I was with Adi. He was the one that who was looking after me when I was on attachment at the flight safety department. Then I asked Adi, Adi, do we have ladies at the control tower? He said to me, no. Then I said, okay, what do controllers do? Because all my focus was piloting. But by then, I didn't know they were air traffic controllers, just like many Gambians. But maybe today, most Gambians will know who an air traffic controller is. So he explained to me that these are people that give direction to flights that come in and out of Banjul Airport. I said, interesting. Then when I went home, I said to myself, okay, I want to become a pilot. But why not be someone that is going to give direction to these pilots? Maybe one day, if I am fortunate, I'll become a pilot.
And you are the pilot's boss.
You understand?
If you don't say it right, the pilot will not do his job, right? So in a way, you're the boss of the pilot.
That's very
technically.
True.
Yes.
So that was when I went back to Abdoulaye Jammeh and gave them my feedback that, okay, since you want me to go to the tower, that ladies will come and run away because it's a main domain section. So they said, lady will come and run away, but we want you to go and stay. I gave him a promise that I will stay. Understand? So in that 2013 November, I became an air traffic controller cadet. It was 5 of us. So we were on that training for 2 years. They recruited another 4, making it 9. But the 4 that they recruited were still men. So we were 9. 8 gentlemen and a lady. But when I started at the when I was at the university, by then I was not married. So it's like when I was on attachment, I was not married. So it was after that I got married during the process. So in that cadet thing, we have our ab initio. We call it ab initio training. That's the local training that you have there. That is what is going to prepare you. And I'm going to give applause to GCA today because like when we went to Ghana, we came to know that this training that was given to us, it really helps. Because when we went there, I can tell you our results and everything was very good.
Okay.
And then
So
even
how many of you went to Ghana for the
9
training?
of us.
9.
Yeah.
And you were the only woman. Still.
I was the only woman.
Okay.
That was in 2017.
Okay.
That was our first travel to Ghana, but we started there in 2013. So it's
And
like
how long does the training take?
it was just 6 months.
Okay. Good.
So when you come back, you have to be on the decks with supervision for at least 3 months.
Okay.
That's when they will validate you. So, but when we came back, there were some technical problems that was happening at the GCA by then.
Yeah.
So our training took a longer time.
Oh.
Because since 2013 up to 2021, that's when we got our license. And it's like, that was patient.
You
for
had
us.
to be patient.
Because if it was others, they will run away. Because they have been training people, some will just come and leave. But our batch, no one left yet.
Okay.
We are still there. Those that I started with in 2013 and those that joined us later, we were all patient with the with GCAA. Because to tell you, it was not easy. Remember, I graduated in 2015. So since 2015, I have been following this process. I could have gone for my master's.
Yeah.
I said no, because by then our batch, I was the only one with a degree as well. I was the only lady, but I was only one with a degree.
Wow.
But you hear my friends, they will be like, Mariam, you are wasting your time. I waste the time. Why not get them apply masters and you travel?
Wow.
I said no. I don't know. For one reason or the other, I have to stay. Since I have given a promise to myself and then the then DJ that Ablaye Jame and Kabiro that I'll become the first female, I will. And then my mom was always there to inspire me.
Amazing.
Make me push harder. Sometimes I will call her and say, yeah, mom, kid tukina, understand? Because my them na masters, nyipsina. Why not me? No. Since you want to break a record, me too, I'll be happy I'll be happy that one day, people will call me and said, you are the one that gave birth.
Okay, what's the name of your mom?
Adama Jallo.
Adama Jallo, Auntie Adama Jallo. I just hope you're watching.
She's late.
Thank you so much. Oh, she's late. Oh, wow. Oh, so sorry about that, Mariam.
Yeah, so
sorry.
In 2017,
Yeah.
when we were supposed to go to Ghana,
Yeah.
shortly, a week before we traveled, we were supposed to go on a Sunday, and then we had some delay.
Okay.
So that on Thursday, my mom called me that your father is very sick.
Oh, wow.
Then I said to my mom, okay, our travels, it has been delayed to the upper week. They have
Okay.
pushed it to the upper week.
Yeah.
So we'll be having a meeting on Tuesday. But after that meeting, I'll come to Farafenni.
Okay.
That will be on Tuesday.
Oh, wow.
The meeting was on Monday.
Okay.
So I'll come to Farafenni on Tuesday. So I went to Farafenni on that Tuesday morning. I reached Farafenni around 2. I was with my dad till around 7.
Yeah.
My dad passed away.
I'm so sorry, Mariam. Yeah.
It was very hard.
Yeah, I understand. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's normal. It's just, these are just some of the things that we get to go through, you know, as individuals.
Because I started this process with my dad.
Yeah, I understand.
But when I had the chance of traveling for the first time, my dad has to leave me.
Yes.
He was buried on Wednesday. He passed away on the 25th of April, 2017.
Yeah.
He was buried on a Wednesday, and Sunday I went to Ghana for 6 months. But when I was in Ghana, like when I entered that flight to travel, I said to myself, I think these people are just joking. My dad is not dead. My dad will call me and congratulate me.
Oh.
I have given a promise to my dad that I'll make him proud. Maybe that is what he's waiting for. So with that was what kept me strong to go through that ATC training and excel in it, because we do non-radar. In Dakar, you have air traffic controllers that they have radar.
Yeah.
But for us, we are trained non-radar, procedural. That's what you train.
Yeah.
So like when you are sitting there as an air traffic controller, once the pilot calls you, the first thing, like what you as an air traffic, you will know where he is coming from, is through his radials.
Okay.
That is what we are trained for.
Okay.
So when my dad, when I finished my training, that was in October,
Yeah.
I was there, people were calling me, but I was expecting my dad's call. That was the day that I knew that my dad is gone forever.
I'm so sorry, Mariam.
Yeah, so I came back, and then it was only my mom.
Yeah.
So I was with her with the process from 2017 up to 2021.
Wow.
Imagine.
Wow.
When when it should have been after that training, just after 3 months, we should have gotten our license.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, due to circumstances beyond our control, we are not able to
Get the license.
So we have to push for another 4 years. So this 2021 April, we have to go back to Ghana for a refresher course and then some medicals. All those are part of the training of an air traffic controller. So when I went to Ghana, we were just there for 3 weeks. We were divided into 2 batches. I was among the first batch. Then the other batch also went for 3 weeks. When they came back, we are on the decks like the normal standards that should be followed. So we are on supervision, like our senior bosses. They also did their course on the job training. Sorry, instructoral course training. That's what they did. And they were the ones that were supervising us for 3 months. So when the people from Ghana, they should have come and then join with our flight safety department because they are the regulatory body that are going to validate us. Another sad thing happens. My mom passed away again.
Oh, so sorry, Mariama.
I was in Farafenni, then they called me that because by then I was preparing for myself for my validation. And I know this time around we'll get our license. We'll talk about it and my mom will be like, ha, foog nga ni man dinaa dunda. Ma toog ma fekki bés bi nga xam ne nañ wax ne suma doom bu jigéen bi moo nekk di force jigéen mu ne ma waaye jigéen bu mun góor nga. I know ne lii suma sa papa fu mun tiki nekk dina kontaan. Understand nga? Yeah. A week before Tabaski, my brother called me that my mom is sick. You know, she has this high blood. I was in my room, I was crying. But like that was not something that I was foreseeing.
Yes, you did not consider it.
Yeah, so on the 24th also of July, on a Saturday around 11, I was called that my mom passed away.
Oh wow, so sorry.
All part of the process. It was very, 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 very hard.
I can imagine.
And I said to myself, I don't think I can push further. But my husband has always, since I got married to him as well, he always inspired me. He has also been patient with me because having your wife, looking at the society that we are in Gambia, your wife leaving you at home, going for night shift, it's not easy. It's not every man that will accept that. So, but for him, he has the deaf ear for that because he met me with this and he has always been supporting me. So, seriously, I was broken.
I know,
I thought I could not take this any longer. But he said to me, your mom wanted this. Make him proud. Sorry, make her proud, even though she is normal. But you can still make her proud. I wanted to stay in Farafenni and then spend some time with my family. But he knew because of this validation that I need to study. He drove his car and went to Farafenni, picked me and brought me back for me to focus. Just after a month that my mom passed away, I got my license.
Wow.
As the first female air traffic controller. And Banjul International Airport lancing also 9 controllers. First time in history for the Banjul International Airport to get 9 controllers at once. And then among them also is a lady.
It's a female with a degree.
You see.
Yes. So congratulations, Mariama. We are so proud of you. You know, I'm so inspired right now with what you've told me. I just feel like there's no reason for me as an individual not to push when it comes to the things I want, considering the fact that at every step that you're supposed to get something, you have to lose a loved one that is so there to you. So we are so happy about the fact that you're quite patient, quite determined, very passionate, and congratulations once again for being the first female air traffic controller in the Gambia.
Thank you.
Yes, so that's quite, it's a lot to take in right now. You know, I'm just trying to process everything. And it's quite hard, you know. So the lessons that I've learned for the young people out there, I just feel like with this program, you need to take a pen and a paper. Because as you were talking, there are a lot of lessons that I have learned. And the number one lesson that I've learned so far is the fact that you have to be patient as an individual. You started with a salary of $750.
Yes.
Lost your dad, lost your mom, and within all those periods, you had to run to achieve something.
Yes.
You're a passionate person as well. And one thing that I also realized is the fact that you never break a promise. You do not break promises, considering the fact that these are people that you've promised a long time ago, and then bringing it down to your dad, bringing it down to your mom. So I think for me, so far, these are some of the 3 lessons that I've learned. Did I miss any lessons so far?
You're on track.
Yeah, I am on track. So let's continue this conversation. Let's talk about just being a woman and being in STEM. You talked about the fact that your parents were quite supportive. But do you know, I think you already know, there's a general notion in the Gambia that women are not supposed to venture into STEM. You know, you talked about the fact that when women go to the airport to become air traffic controllers, they get to run away, they don't get to stay. So generally, what do you think is the problem? What problem do we have, and how can we solve this?
One thing is the society. I think people should change their mentality, the way of saying things. We are women. I believe in what I cannot be a man. If I am at my office, Jenaba, I am an air traffic controller. But the problem is also like to balance the two. You know, sometimes like if the saying goes this, maybe there are some that are doing it that way. Because luniti laal rek xamal ne am na tuuti diga bu fa nekk. Understand? So why you being a woman, there is no need for you to xam nga pour ega sambaga sa kaw jikeer wala sa family jikeer. Understand? Or even your family. Di leen wone okay, I am up there. I give commands, I give instructions to people, and they have to follow. Understand? If you are not careful of balancing the two, you might dina la dugal si li nga xam ne understand nga people will see you
so
somehow.
So yow nga balance ñaari.
Okay.
Man loolu part boobu laa bëgg a xam.
Okay.
Pour mu dimbale ma ëllëg. Parce que man tam journalism bi dafa hectic. So naka laa ko defee?
Okay. When you go in for this ATC field, one thing as a woman, the first thing is the man that you marry should understand your job and what you do. I am seated there. My number one priority is safety, is to achieve safety. Understand? So, as an air traffic controller, seated there, that aircraft, the people in there, and everything are in your hands. You understand? So, you seated there, you need to know that I am dealing with life and properties of people. A doctor deals with life of people, but per person per time. Understand? But you as an air traffic control, you are dealing with maybe 200 to 300 or even 400 people on board at the same time. A single number that you miss, like we have this Q&A that we give, a single number that you can miss there, it can lead to a catastrophe that you might not like. Because even if an incident happens as an air traffic controller, you are not questioned. You are the last person that they are going to question. Once they come in, you just have to drop your pen like this, and they will take you to an isolated place. That's where you will sit until when they are done with their investigation. That's when they will come to you. Everything that I say there as I'm seated there on duty is recorded. We have records of every communication that you do. So that is why you have to be extra careful. I cannot say air traffic are extraordinary people, but I can tell you we are
gifted.
We are gifted. Thank you. That's the right word. We are gifted. Because, like I told you, that life and properties, and everyone, even those going to the air side, even the DG, if he should enter the air side, he has to take permission from me.
Okay, you're the boss.
And he's no.
I'm gonna leave motor manela. Yo, bossy pilot, busy bopam. Yen air traffic controller. Yen ay bossy.
So like anyone that is going to enter that air side should take permission from you, and so it should be granted. Yeah. Before the person use the air side. Understand? So all those things, yola, you seated there. Why not? I will not say to myself, okay, Mariama la, okay, I am the only woman among these people, understand? So sometimes when they make it, I'm not going to ko jël. No way. When you are at the office, you are an air traffic controller. But when you go home, you are a wife. When you are at home, you are a wife. When you go to the office, you are an air traffic controller. Any stress that I get back home, once I open that door to go in, I have to leave it there. So my ñibi, ma jëlale and ak sama stress. I don't have to take the stress of my house to my workplace.
Sure.
As also, I don't have to take the powers that I have as an air traffic controller to my matrimonial house.
So you naka ko de balance kër bi ak liggéey.
No la
ko de defé. Understand na ne hit na waaw kër bi da nga wara def normal ak sa jëkkër bul ekati mbaga way nga it takes certain techniques.
Wow, lol nak degala because air traffic controllers to tell you in this world like suñ sub region buñ nekk because I talked to some Senegalese female controllers. Most of them were married and divorced.
Gisulo.
In Ghana, most of them are married and divorced. Because I can remember one of my instructor once told me was, are you married? I said to him, no. He said, okay, be careful on the decision that you're going to take when you are to get married. Because you need a man that understands your job. Sometimes, even with my friends, let me go to the matrimonial house, even with my friends, some people might think, she's too authoritative. Understand? She's too principled.
Understand?
Yeah, you understand. Why also, then you understand the job also has also added some things on me. Understand? Like, to tell you, it was not easy. And still, getting the lancing is not the only thing there. But the tax assigned with you keeping that lancing is what is in my head right now. Because, okay, I have my lancing now. Fine. No. Because right now, as I'm small lancing before noon, any accident or incident that happens during my shift is me. I'll be the one to write the report. I'll be the one that they are going to investigate. Understand? It's all me now. Maybe before you have your supervisor. If anything happens, you can go and lean on him. Small supervisor, but now it is you.
You
understand?
are the main individual.
Understand? So you see, like, job bi, they am some things you they ask you benga hamne. Niti sa dañ la day George.
Wow.
Dama ko dey am even care. Sometimes you woke up as an air traffic control, you plan ahead.
Wow.
I don't have a maid. I could have gotten a maid and paid for myself.
Okay.
I don't have a maid.
So naka nga ko dey defé?
I do my things my own. If I'm to go on morning shift, I woke up early in the morning, clean my house, make my husband's breakfast, put it there, and then take care of myself and my child because I have to, but the other one is my sister.
Yeah.
So take care of my child because right now she's even 2, but I've taken her to school because of the job nature. Understand? At least if she's there for some time, maybe around 2, that is okay for me. Sometimes if I close from night, I can even come and rest. But closing from night shift, having that child there, she's disturbing you, mom this, mom that, you need to rest. Or sometimes you close from night shift, you have to come and cook. Because you think I am more faneka. Understand? I am more faneka. Then you talk as new pechel going you fofu no. Why nekun ñepay muna understand. My husband understands the nature of my job, but it's not also obligatory. Everyone also else should understand.
Because
society be fii dañuy wax ne jigéen sooy sëy yaa war a def yëpp.
Wax dëgg te lu jaaduwut nag. Tegut fen. Teguñ ko
ñeneen naa ne yoo lañ taka yoo lañ indi fii nii yoo yaa war a def liggéey bi. Understand? We are not mates.
Wax dëgg.
We are not servants.
Takkuñ ñu sax pour ñu nekk domestic workers loolu. Imaam yi ñu ngi koo waare.
yaa ngi gis
lii Islamic school yi ñu ngi koo waare fii. Bés boobu rek maa ngi déglu mufti mek mu ngi koo wax.
soo jigéen tamit jigéen nekkul ne danga ko taka indi ko pour mu nekk la slave.
Wax dëgg.
waxuma ne moom comme loolu laa nekk di daj. Understand? Parce que dëgg I will give applause to my husband.
Wax dëgg.
Understand na ma torop. waaye comme luñ dee wax la bu dee 10 la di nga gis ne maybe ñeneen ñi nañ dem ñeneen ñi duñ dem. Understand nga so waaye dëgg to tell you the truth Jaynaba balancing the two up to date. Understand nga maa ngi puus de. Understand nga te maa ngi gis ne I am being patient because before suma yaay mooma suma daan meeti ma kool ko nee ne lii. Understand nga dégg mën a muñal muñal rek la ma fa dee tegal lu meeti mën a muñal and then alhamdulillah muñ naa ba up to this time and I know léegi tamit it will be I will still have faced some difficulties, especially living without your mother.
dafa metti de.
Our mothers are our backbones. They are the ones that understands you. Even you, without you speaking, your mother will understand. Even if you guys are distance apart, anything that happens to you, your mom feels it. I am a mother. I know how it is. Even sometimes if my kids goes to my sister, maybe some things might happen to them. She wants to hide it from me. Why don't we leave it? I woke up in the morning, I'll call her. How is Binta or how is Amina? I hope they are okay.
So go defé mo na la xana yo dumanga.
Wa nga diga mo na wa ki Amina bopa ba don metti to ay tanena. Understand? So I know the same feeling as my dad am because I was very close to my mom. My mom was my best friend. Understand? So right now, before Jenaba, Japanese air traffic controller, Japanese house pay. These are two things nga xamne ñu anduñ sax
bokkuñ
because air traffic control field be when you close from night they give you 2 to 3 days off because you need to relax, have a peace of mind, relax yourself. And let me tell you, it's the only job also. If I woke up today with a stress, I know that today mentally I'm not strong. I can call my boss, manako tay dama am stress. Didama excuse because I'm not option. You have to excuse me. I'm not option. Understand?
Kon which means kër bi dafa wara régler pour nga mëna liggéey.
Yaa ngi gis. Understand? Why régler kër bi tamit yow la jigéen bi. Man la. Parce que this is the field that I use for myself. This is what I want. Understand? Then kër gi lu fa munti gi nekka bay ma bay ko fa. Waaye xam nga one thing, ñun jigéen we are very emotional and we are very sensitive. And this was one thing that a colleague of mine killed in me when I started this job. Jena lu nekka soo defee woon ni sama gis ma bopp.
Wow.
Manuma MJ, you're going to you are going to face so many difficulties. Like if you have to continue like this, you need to behave like we do. Understand? Come look at it. If you go to the room, do as they do. Understand? So when he said that to me, Jennifer, I went home. I asked myself, okay, what this Omar Jame said is very true. His name is Omar. I have to kill my sensitivity in me. Not everything that I have to take personal. When I applied that, loolu moo ma jàppale.
Gis nga difference.
Ba tey fi ma nekk. Because after soo ñëwee sax ba tey léegi, I still have some little that I need to adjust.
Wow.
Because I am a woman, I cannot be 100% a man. Why yaa ngi gis with all those ones, ni nga gis ne, okay, kay puub si suma kaw tànka bi. Yaa xam.
Wow.
Understand nga? Because right now, man, what is ahead? Yooyu nekk suma kanam. That is the most important thing than what is happening. So back home, lu fa munti ki nekka is home. Understand?
Why kër yi nag ñu ngi wax ne na kër yi understand sometimes nit su moo def certain jobs. And sometimes ayut sa góor bi duga waañ man loolu man daal problem.
Well, bu dee maybe if you are living alone with your husband, because when I was living alone,
MJ duñ ànd nag si boobu.
When I'm telling you the society, Jenaba, because what you are saying, understand? I wish I was having the same. Because when I was living with my husband alone, understand? He does. And even sometimes in the house also, daf ma dee mën a jàppal si yeneen yi. Waaye xam nga rek moom moo nekk man suma jëkkër moo nekk kilifa bi si kër gi. Am na yeneen nga xam ne su ko waree def mu ngi amee siblings sam yu fa nekk. Yaa ngi gis.
MJ boobu duma ko jël. Man boobu
Jenaba di nga ko mën a jël.
Déedéet xam nga lu tax man si man foofu la change bi war a amee.
No,
change bi foofu la war a amee.
Let me come in.
Waaw.
ñun ñëpp a bokk benn carrière bu ñuy tooga. Benn sujeer bu ñuy tooga. Understand? Benn family la. We do everything si benn sujeer. Imagine because man ñaareel la. Understand? Suma aaw bi nekko di liggéey. Understand? Dem na waaye nekko di liggéey. Su dee suma jëkkee jël na suma liggéey bi. Égal ne ko ok te Mariam dafa war a dem liggéey bàyyi ma dugga nii. Naka la ko kale di gisee. That is me to balance.
Man how ma ne woon ne noonu la fa demee.
Understand? That is me to balance. Te nekkul loolu kese even yeneen jigéen ñi sax. Xam nga sometimes tamit. Suñ jëlee this modern world buñ nekka. Buñ fa tamit ay muslim lañ.
Wax dëgg.
Understand?
Waaye muslim yi ba léegi suñu
Understand na.
Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Understand na.
What are his preachings when it comes to these things?
Understand na fi ngay waxee. Waaye xam nga foo munti society boo munti ki found yourself.
Culture bi daal.
The moment you change our ways of thinking, the way we see things, understand? And then ñii lañ ko daan defee, things will change. Why the problem is society bi. No mel la. Jenaba, like I can tell you, suma solee tubéy. Dama dee sol tubéy. Génn ne maa yee dem liggéey. Dama ko dee dégga. but I am the one bi nga xam ne man what people say behind me understand nga it's not important I know who I am understand nga even suma night shift bi di nga gis ne people will come to my husband itele be sonna ñin yaa ngi understand ila mu sokata suta do ko la maybe he thinks that I don't hear those. Understand?
Why don't ko dee dega?
Then obviously, even maybe suñ demul si mom sa, but they can even say it. You sa nopa, nga dega ko. Understand? But what is bad in a woman going for night shift? If a man can go for night shift, what of a woman? Because these things look like they wax ne these fornications. Si ñaar yëpp la haram.
Wax dëgg wax dëgg.
Understand? Te jigéen leena, yaa war a respect sa bopa. Me going for night shift, man a góor ñooy fanaan si airport bu foofu noonu si control tower bi. maa góor ñoo fay fanaan. Why we are not there to do anything? Rather, we are there for our job.
Liggéey moo la fa teg sax.
Liggéey moo ma fa teg. Early in the morning, I take my bag and go home. Understand?
Wow.
So, bu gaay gis ne jigéen buy dem night caaxaan na nekk di def. Te bu dee am na jigéen yu ko nekk def ñu ngi yaxas dere jigéen ñi.
wax dëgg wax dëgg waaye man xam nga one thing lu ma naxari sometimes lu ma dee naxari. mooy ne Gambia fii man dama fa gis leena religion dañ ko dee jël di ko tegee fu mu leen févoyee.
Thank you.
waaw soo waxee ñu ne la xamuloo si lii dara yooyu lañ la dee wax as a jigéen nga nekk muslim dañ laa ne yow lii xamuloo si dara demal toog jigéen nga waaye man dama gis ne yëfi islam bi comme ñoom dañ ko dee jël rek tegee ko foo xam ne ñoom foofu la leen féeboyee te ñun dañ dee dégga lu nit ñi dee waare ñun dañ ko dee dégga every single day yàlla toroxalut jigéen yàlla dafa jël jigéen jox ko cëram.
Like lu gaay dee wax ne jigéen góor mun nay taka ba ñeenta.
waaw
understand góor in time na mun a taka waaye nga islam lu mu fa wax tamit ndax mun nga leen ay téye.
foo leen war a emale waaye ndax góor yi boo leen ne loolu rek duñ dee seet boor boobu de dañoo topp rek ne yow julit lañ. waaye ndax julit boobu yow yaa ngee dem seet digga teaching bi naka lañ ko waxee. loolu dañ ko war a gestu buñ dee jël rek tegee si benn boor déedéet nañ leen ko ubbi ñu am a discussion ñun dañ dee dégga ñii ñoom mufti meeg ñoom ñeneen lu ñoo waare waaye waare yooyu tey boo ko jëloon seen ko keneen mu jël ko delloo la ko ne la loolu amut wala yow xamuloo looy wax.
moo tax man la ne Gambia nuñ mel la. maybe Senegal the way they see things also is different from Gambia.
waaw
you go to Ghana also you go to Nigeria they are different. waaye ñun Gambia comme li nga nekk di wax islam bi fu mu leen favor rek la ko gaay dee.
foofu lañ ko dee bëgg te ñun suñu imaam yi every day ñu ngi waare ñu ngi wax. te ñun suñ ko waxee sax dañ ko dee balance.
man. dëgg la I am very grateful si suma boys yi understand because they stood for me during difficult times they were there for me because imagine you being with a lady 6 months kii yaayam papa mu ngi gaañu mu ngi bàyyi loolu foofu noonu but they always every day di nga gis dina duga kenn ku duga suma néeg jëm ji naka nga def waaye lii ngay wax ni even in Ghana buñ fa demee am na ñu daan ooyee suma boys si site how do you guys sleep with MJ la ma gaay dee ooyee understand nga moo déggee dama ree because when we were there even if we are going to sleep in the same room so what dafa des what you have in your head
sa boppa bi rek
understand nga so lu nekk sa boppa bi soo ko xamee rek jeex na how you go on with your life jeex na bu dee man tey amaluma góor anything mun nañu tëdda benn lal understand dara am na jigéen yu ko nekk def understand dara nekku si waaye tey su ñëwee fekk ñaari besties ñu ngi tëdda si benn lal gaay conclude nañ mais bi fekk ñaar ñooñu tëdda nañ ba dara understand
so fi mu nekk nii nag time bi xëj na lu si des bareetu torop pilot nga bëggoon a nekk ñëw nga léegi nekk air traffic controller what is the way forward ndax yow yëfi pilot bi pour nekk pilot yaa ngi see dox ba léegi
okay maybe I'll consider it later in future but right now as I've broken the barriers I'm not thinking of leaving anytime soon understand the only thing is ñun Gambia feel like air traffic controllers in Gambia and air traffic controllers in Senegal are different. So in space scales, I think we all complain of the same thing. If you saw journalists in Senegal, you admire them. Then you belittle yourself. I don't want to even call myself journalist. The same thing applies to us. It's far different. Understand? But I think if they look into those, because number we are just 9, and we are all young. We are less than 30. Understand? We are all of us. So if guy holding a way of keeping us, we can serve that organization for the next 30 years.
Understand? Why fogulo tam MJ important na pour hej na yoka xam-xam bi dem amisa benen level.
Well, right now that is no training mom. do dee jeex ci aviation especially in the aviation sector every day things yi ñu nge gën a yokku understand nga new things are coming like even Banjul now we need to look into getting a radar understand nga because all countries are getting that so if the radar thing comes you have to go and train again understand nga so aviation li bi jàng du dee jeex it's a continuous learning thing maybe going for my masters like imagine tey su ma amee suma lanteen rek next 2 years ma war a dem what of jigéen yi nga xam ne dañ daan daw field bi because man I was told ne I will also run away because it's not for women it's for men
okay so radar boo wax noonu ne su amee war ngeen a mën a dem training boobu lan la what is that
the radar thing is you seeing the flight and I told you we are trained on the radar so Dakar they see the flight in the screen it's a computer thing ngay gis flight bi nu mu nekk di waa nu muy maneuver ba mu ñëw mu laan understand nga so maybe yooyu noonu yëpp su ñëwee and then nekkul foofu kese we have so many things nga xam ne we have to
work or you war a
li nga xam ne dañ war a yokk suñ xam-xam si biiram when it comes to the aviation sector so aviation sector bi jeexul just okay pare naa lii nii every 2 years as an air traffic controller I have to go for my refresher the refresher thing is because new things are coming every day
ba pare si lu gaaw rek bëgg naa xam lan nga nekk di yeen jéego nga nekk di jël pour xëcc ay jigéen
waa jigéen
because xam nga yéen a jigéen ñi xëj na yow soo personnalité soo demul dimbale gaay won leen lu fa nekk xëj na duñ ñëw
waa jigéen yi man li ma leen ay wax moo nekk ne comme de aviation déggal ATC field bi already you guys heard my story understand if it was given up I would have given up long ago understand nga because when people will come to you you have the gender stereotype thing you have people coming to you you cannot do this understand nga yaa ngi amee sa family yaa ngi amee sa lii I started the aviation sector when I was not married suma ñaari doom yëpp through the process laa leen am dama dee biir ba diis and then ATC field bi jigéen yi nga xam ne moromi jigéen yi nga xam ne bëgg nañ si ñëw join buñ foog ne okay there is favor there like okay some of us when we are su dee gars ñu ngi gis seen cycle say this menstrual pain dëgg la we have to understand one another waaye buñ jàpp loolu ne okay they have to understand that by force because job bi
waaye MJ
non waaye job bi la
waa job bi la waaye loolu tamit foog ñu consider
non waaye job bi la non job bi la jëram ma dee dem yéene ba ay 8 months 9 months ba si laa di jël suma maternity
loolu dëgg la waaye affaire période bi xam nga yi sometimes it's inevitable
understand naa waaye xam nga yooyu noonu tamit la gars yi doon xool moo tax duñ daan encourage women
waaye loolu ñaaw na loolu
déedéet job bi nu mu mel la te duma taxaw fii nii ok because am naa lii yeneen jigéen ñi tamit naa leen wax ne soo leen ñëwee wala su ma buggee dem programme wala su dee manque si lii understand nga dañ la war a favor there is no favorism when it comes to ATC
okay
it's the job
nature bi daal
te man right now as a lancing controller maternity leave Banjul Gambia fee is 6 months if I go more than 6 months I have to go through the process again understand so su ma waree dem it's either 6 months or less waaye in other jobs di nga gis ne di nga mën a dem 6 months nga at fa sa annual leave bi yeneen nga dem 1 year away understand nga balaa ngay dellu si not in the ATC field
so jigéen nga so dang daan dem ba am 8 months yaa ngi
maa ngi liggéey waa fekk suma biir baa ngi diis te yéen ma dee nekk a shift sax dafa des suma gaay bu dee understand yeneen gaay def ma permanent morning bu dee understand nañ waaye nekku ne forcé la si gaay as long as man maa choose field bi liggéey bi nii la war that is how we will go on with it understand nga amul favorism nii ok kii nii la wala biir na nii nañ ko favor nii dëgg la soo ko favoré you can stay home moo tax that's why I told you it's the only job bi nga xam ne if you have stress you are excused because you deal with life and properties
fii nag dafa mel ni time bi moom dafa xaw a jeex waaye Mariama pour wax la na tam yow sa yaram bi dafa rafet macha allah yow duru loo fi ku fi am ñaari doom yaram bi dafa rafet de macha allah man nii laa ko so lan mooy woon sa remedy lan nga def ba maintain this body
let me tell you what I was very fat
okay danga ko control
I was very fat
okay
when I was going to especially small one is my exercise photos you'll be like this is not Mariama but dama daan dem exercise
okay
understand nga I went on diet sometimes nga suñ noom bi fii bu doon yaa ngi am yaram dañuy ñëw da nga am stress du stress de man maa contrôle suma yaram
yaa contrôle sa diet bi du benn stress
du benn stress maa contrôle suma diet bi understand nga soo ñëwee tam ba am doom boobu tamit suma yaay so I've always been the one to guide me suma yaay am na 6 doom 7 kay kenn ki moo gaañu 6 suma elder brother bi Ousmane Diallo kooku man moo ma fayal suma school jërëjëf Ousmane Diallo understand nga imaginal with the ups and downs the struggle ak yooyu noonu because moom road constructor la waaye moom a fayal ba suma senior school understand nga so suma yaay soo ko gisaa woon ak suma brother si dañ la dee wax ne de moom juróot gaay man nag maa nekkoon last dooma mu jigéen
kon yaa ngi fulu si steps am yi de parce que nuru nga ko masha Allah waaw bii moom nice na
yeah so jigéen yi nga xam ne bëgg nañu they want to come to the ATC field I can tell you I've welcome you all and then it's not an easy job but I believe if a mother of 2 can do it and someone you know, you lost your 2 parents during the process and you keep on pushing and I think others can also do the same. I know I have most very smart ladies out there that can come with a different understand lii Gambia fii nii nañ faate waxi nit yi jigéen mun na lii we can all do it we are all smart jigéen ak góor soo nekkee ak sa jëkkër imagine ngay taal moto dem liggéey sa jëkkër di taal moto dem liggéey soo leen amee sare dugal ko si biir néeg la ma ko daaxa dara daaxu ko dara daaxu ko tedu
man si yow laay roy man si yow laay roy de man daal uy ma maa ngi sa boor man si yow laay roy yow so ba pare teg si nekk second wife nekk si second wife lii yow daal yow the whole package maanaam because xam naa ne there are certain women yoo xam ne xëj na yow lii duñ ko mën a handle xam nga ba pare nañ bàyyi wax bi nga xam wax boobu waxi daanu saret boobu nga xam ne jigéen waaw su amee bachelors am yenn liggéey yi rek moom du mun a sëy understand te tam ñu nangu ne sëy si ñaari boor la moo jógee sëy du jigéen kese mu enu sëy si boppam sëyu ma de waaye xam naa ne sëy noonu la moo doxee parce que man ku ma waxal noonu la ma loolu la ma dee wax benn kaddu boobu rek
I can tell you Jenaba gis nga jigéen buy liggéey di lii man a career woman as I am talking nekku maa ngi jéem a ekkati suma mbagg wala leneen de but what I can do as a career woman in my house most women that are fully housewife they cannot do it so der bu dama jàpp ne yaa xa der kese la jigéen yuy liggéey nii jigéen xam nga jigéen affaire jigéen la suñ gisee ngay taal moto dem rek ñu ne la kii moom mënatul dara man ñeneen ni suñee fekk maa dañ ma ne kon itee tabiroo noole ay la
dañoo ne mënuloo tooga
understand okay fine if I want I can get a maid mu may toogal suma jëkkër duma si wax du si complain understand waaye man maa decide ne okay liggéey yeneen ni bàyyi ma defal ko suma bopp jarul aj mbaga so what man can do we can also do the same
man Mariama daf ma neex anyway thank you so much for joining us thank you so much this is what we do all the time like I say it's the safe space for young people it's a program where inspirational individuals like Mariama come and take you through their life stories just to inspire you. So once again, congratulations and thank you so much. We'll follow your progress, hoping to have another conversation with you. No problem, so viewers, we will leave you now. I don't want to leave, unfortunately, because Mariama is so exciting to talk to. But until we come your way next week with another interesting program, bye for now.